Oh, hi, didn't see you there. How's it going, everybody? Just about to head to the gym, part of my daily routine. And upon having breakfast and completing my morning ritual, I've come up with the idea that it would be good to give some kind of review of the kind of supplementations that I'm taking. These are just, your standard herbs and minerals, nothing too out there. I have been experimenting upon myself for some time, trial and error, seeing what works for me, what doesn't, what brands are good, what's not. Um, and I've sort of, I guess I'm at the point that I can give some kind of um, conclusive description about some of these products here. So um, I guess if you're watching this, you kind of have a bit of an understanding of the kind of uh, morning rituals or routines of exercise, health, and wellness that I'm involved in. So mainly my focus is on yoga. It is the harmonization of body, mind, spirit, asana primarily, and I do a bit of cardio and physical weight training and stuff like that as well. Um, I'm not so strict on my routines. Sort of experimenting with diet and things like that, but all in all, I'm pretty easy upon myself. That's just a realization I've come to, that I'm sort of genetically predisposed to not being of the capacity to gain weight or muscle or anything like that. So first and foremost, we have to work with our bodies where we find ourselves, to play the card hand that you're dealt. This is a little secret of mine. This is called Shilajit. Shilajit is, wow, it's an Ayurvedic medicine, first and foremost. It's recently come on the market as one of those miracle supplements along with some of these other usual suspects. People are taking it and assuming that it's a testosterone boost. There are clinical studies, double-blinded peer-reviewed studies that have shown to be positive in the growth of testosterone and things like that. But Shilajit, what is it? It is fulvic acid that comes from the high Himalayan mountains. When the sun beams down upon these rocks sort of ooze a sweat. And what that is decomposed plant matter, organic matter that's sort of lodged itself in these rocks over the years, and the excessive heat just makes it sort of liquidy and oozes out of the rocks. And people thousands of years ago discovered this climbing up. Actually, it was monkeys. I think yogis must have seen a monkey eating this stuff and thought, I'm going to break my meditation and go out and source some of it myself. And yeah, so it's literally rocks. It's like petrol or something like this, but it's a completely organic material. It smells like fertilizer. That isn't to put you off. In Ayurvedic medicine, it is a tridosha rasayana, which means that it's good for all the three different body types, be it pitta, vata, or pitta, vata, and what's the other one? Anyways, all three fiery body types, watery, rocky constitution, or airy, vayu. And it's a rasayan, which means that it works with your body essentially. So there are a range of different brands, and obviously you get what you pay for. In Ayurveda, it's suggested to be drank with milk. So you can just go to an Indian store and buy some of the, I think Dabur and Patanjali. There's some brands that are out there on the market. You can get, 16 little pop capsules for something like $20. That's kind of like an entry level. Or there's that all the way up to, like, you can get a whole jar of it and scoop it out, and ideally mix it with milk. And it's supposed to be some kind of amazing tonic. I'm taking these capsules. I'm not endorsing this brand, so there's no point in describing the company or anything like that. But yeah, so my time with this supplement, certainly it does increase vigor and strength and does all those things that it's supposed to do. in a more magnified way, let's say that what it has done to me is a kind of the strength and vigor doesn't just come out of the air as some kind of magical, like you've just taken an intoxicant or something like that. It's not like cocaine or caffeine or something. It's not like you just feel this rush of sudden energy. It's a lot more subtle and slow and pervasive. You have to take it for some time. The body sort of starts to work with it. And in those realizations, what has come to me is that it's been able to bring a kind of new baseline, a new standard of achievement or performance. That means that I can very easily call to mind those times of which I've excelled in physically demanding situations or energetically demanding situations. I just solved a puzzle, or I did some kind of good performance at work, or I'm balancing a whole bunch of different aspects in life, and then finally that target is achieved. And so I'm a lot more able to bring that kind of focus to the forefront of my performance, rather than, like, it just motivates you rather than having to like dig into the surface, like, why am I doing this, how am I going to get the motivation. It's like it's a kind of fiery kind of supplementation. It's really good. Like it's rocks, it's petrol, it's fuel. It's really good. It tastes foul, so yeah, best to mix it with milk if you're taking it in the powder form, or get yourself the capsule that just dissolves in your tummy. Also, another thing that it does, which is very cool, there's a scientific name for this process, but what it does is that it enables other herbs and supplementations that you might be taking to penetrate deeper into the muscle digestive process. In that way, it kind of it helps to carry other nutrients into those areas that need it. So it's really good with this stuff, Ashwadanga, which is another Ayurvedic medicine. Again, I don't go too much into the realm of synthetic pharmaceutical chemical kind of things. Ashwadanga is a herb. It literally translates to, in Ayurveda, the scent of the horse. It's just another really good energizing, strengthening kind of supplementation. But when coupled together, yeah, the Shilajit helps to deliver that Ashwadanga to the right place. It's not such a fiery thing. It helps you to sleep. So it doesn't keep you up all night, kind of thing. Vata, that's the other dosha that I was talking about. Again, another Triguna Rasayan. It's a helps all forms of body types. Then I'm taking this Chyawanprash, which I was introduced to by an Indian friend. Stuff's got like 60 different ingredients in it. Some funky names here. The horse's vine, crab's claw, feather frol, cork swallow, air potato, and then the standard usual suspects, your cloves, cinnamon, cardamom, and a few umbilic myrolobins, which are the kind of sacred fruit of India. So Chyawan was an Ayurvedic practitioner, that's in there, and a prash is a jam. So this is Chyawan's jam. Actually, there were two brothers, and they went searching for some sort of elixir of life, and then Chyawan appeared and gave them this jam sort of stuff. You take it at morning, at night. It's sweet, sour. It's an all-in-one. It's a great tonic. If you're cold, it heats you up. If you're hot, it cools you down. Having the cinnamon and stuff like that, and it aids digestion. And it's a kind of funky color. A really intoxicating sweet smell. So you just take a little spoonful of that. Next up is the magnesium and zinc, magnesium and turmeric. Turmeric works great for the solar plexus. Again, it can be found in a whole bunch of culinary cuisines. It's aided very well with with pepper. So the Chyawanprash has got a whole bunch of different types of pepper, long pepper, bamboos and things like that. So that's the way that I help ignite the turmeric. Magnesium, that's just an all-rounder, good for muscles, muscle recovery, helps with sleep. Get magnesium in a whole bunch of different forms, such as pepitas, almonds, tofu, kidney beans. As a vegan, I'm kind of limited in my choosy in the forms of which these kind of supplements, vitamins and minerals come, so that I've chosen to go through a bit more of an organic avenue rather than the chemical way, just because the body can't really handle it. And those foods that are given in nature, there's a really good word for this, but generally they resemble what part of the body that they actually give aid to. And along with containing these precious vitamins and minerals, they contain other stuff as well that helps that with delivery. So there's a reason why things are encapsulated in nature in certain ways and certain forms. It's not just it's beautiful. I'm not denying the modern scientific capacity to extract certain things, and here we are in the 21st century, we're all displaced and migration, we're not in our usual environments with the foods that we're supposed to be around, and we do have the luxury to import and export, so why not take advantage of it? Granted that one can maintain their own sort of physical exercise, practice, breathing, meditative observations of these dietary supplements. You can't just rely completely upon the things to do this stuff. How come it's not working? To be incorporated into your diet. And finally, there's another unknown, not so well known. This is another herb that I'm trialing for myself. I'm not going to yell out the brand because I'm not yet endorsing it, but it's Tongkat Ali. This is an herb found in Southeast Asia. That's the top of Australia. And basically it's supposed to be another kind of energizing testosterone miracle herb. It's pretty good. It's not cheap. It's very difficult to find. You can't get it at the supermarket, you can't get it at the chemist. You have to go directly to a nutrition store. Recently I was introduced to it by taking one capsule a day, and I did so for 60 days, and I'll tell you about my revelations in a minute. After that ran out, I'm now taking it in the powder form. It's just a funky white powder. Unfortunately, it's coupled with this artificial, super sweet kind of, it's got this chemical taste as well. You can't avoid it. Until it is available again in just the raw capsule form. Supposedly a powder is more quickly to ingest and more quickly to activate, and its manifestations are more rapid. Tongkat Ali is said to increase athletic performance, energy and focus, is that mental concentration aspect, but also boost testosterone. Yeah, so again, it gives you that edge, that motivation, like you're sort of able to be settled with that which is within reach, to come to terms with limitations. That's pretty handy. I'm using these words, but I'm not sure how efficient they are in directly explaining what it does. Basically, it does give you a whole lot of acne. This is not just me saying this. Many have had that kind of side effect, which could be just like a hormone sort of thing. Like the mountain oozes out sort of thing from time to time. There's reported to be a difficulty in sleeping, which I could attest to, but also you just have to learn to quieten your mind. There's like a constant motivation to achieve and live beyond one's capacity and go that extra mile. If you can take this at the right time and utilize it within your practice, then you won't get that disturbance during sleep. So 400 milligrams a day, particularly good for people over the age of 40 whose testosterone levels are starting to decrease or whatever. So it's said that a male peaks at his testosterone 20-30 years old, and then it starts to go down day by day. For a woman, that's why I'm not really particularly reviewing these products for women, but you may be listening. that women's estrogen and sexual reproductive potential capacity sort of begins to go up to menopause. So men and women don't actually peak at the same time, which is an interesting thing, a biological thing, not so much a cultural thing. But yeah, that's enough about that. So let's tune into our bodies and listen to what the nature is telling us, what is necessary to, because if you're feeling like something's missing, there is the possibility that it's out there in some kind of supplemented form. And if you can't get it from your food, or if you know that it is in food and you're eating that and you just want to sort of zone in on one particular vitamin or mineral that will help you to do what you need to do, use it with your practice. Don't just rely on it completely. So yeah, that's all for me today. I'm about to head to the gym, do my daily routine, and then get on with my life, because the fitness and exercise isn't my life. It's just the boat that helps me to cross to the other shore, and that's that. What type of practice would require one to constantly, obviously there's maintenance, but what type of, it does have an end. Life begins, to be able to use that newfound energy, that newfound determination and practice in your life. I think that's really the goal of all these sort of exercises and routines, isn't it? Like, you wouldn't just live just to work out. It's just like being forever in the backstage costume makeup area and then go to bed. No, it's preliminary prerequisites to help you become just a better human being. So that's what you can do. Use the body, use the time that you're given, and make use of the body that you're inheriting. You didn't choose it consciously. It's given to you. It's a part of nature. And I will close on this note that is something said by Aristotle. It said, treat the mind, treat the soul as if it's going to live forever, and treat the body as if it's going to die tomorrow. Sorry, other way around. Treat the body as if it's going to live forever, and treat the soul as if it's going to be gone tomorrow. Treating the body like it's going to live forever means you have to look after it so that you don't just abuse it, and treating the soul like it's going to go tomorrow is that take every opportunity that comes, every opportunity to turn upon yourself, to better yourself, to change your reactions so that you're not reacting to things, you're responding to things. Anyways, I'm not going to get too sentimental on that. It was just meant to be a simple vitamin and mineral review, and that was that. So thank you and have a nice day. Namaste.